Do you think Rosenior feels any pressure to win silverware in his first season?
I think that when you're manager of Chelsea, there's always going to be an expectancy to go deep in cup competitions. A couple of seasons ago, we were pretty terrible. We went out the first round and we were unlucky. We had City in both of those.
Yeah.
League Cup and FA Cup. But as a Chelsea fan, you know, at the minute we played every single game we possibly can so far this season. And that's on the back of a Club World Cup that we won. There's a lot of miles in these legs and there's a lot of expectancy from being Club World Champions. We won the Conference League. OK, it's not one of the big dogs, but when you're in it, you've still got to go and try and win it. And I think Liam Rosenior will understand what it's like to manage Chelsea. He'll know the history of the club. He knows what we've done. He knows what the fans expect. In terms of pressure, I think the pressure will come from him to make sure he puts his best foot forward. I mean, look, tough it's going to be. We've got nothing to lose here.
Yes.
Nothing to lose. Go out there and make a good account. Be the best version of what we can be, and we will see on the night.
He put a lot of emphasis on being a winning Chelsea manager as well, hasn't he? He said, if I'm going to be here a long time, I need to win. And he constantly keeps saying win, win. So I think he knows that, for Chelsea and for the fans, he needs to win trophies. It's gonna buy him a lot of time. It's gonna buy him get him a lot of credit in the bank. And to do it against Arsenal in this semi-final would be a massive statement for him because, that first leg, that scoreline, it doesn't have great reading. But if you can recover from that, and that away section, which they give you a good chunk at the Emirates, and it's quite close to the pitch. If they can get the limbs as well, they'll be singing Liam all night.
I'll be there, and I will. Yeah.
Well, if you do go deep in a competition, whether it be domestically or in Europe, you're going to come across an Arsenal at some stage.
Yeah.
Right? You are. It feels just inevitable. So, put your best foot forward and have a go. What I don't want to do is come away tomorrow night and feel that we've let ourselves down.
Yeah.
Right? Go and have a go at them.
Yeah, definitely. Let's talk about Garnacho then. Of course, he did score twice in the first leg. Would you start him, Matisse?
Not after the performance at the weekend. I think for me, Garnacho, that Arsenal game, he came off the bench. And I think he is, Man United fans were saying this before, he's better off the bench. When the legs are tired, there's a bit more space, he can come on, short bursts, impact, play a bit maybe on the transition if we're leading the game and we want to counter now. I think that's the type of game that suits him. I think starting against Timber, potentially, who's one of the best defensive fullbacks in the league, with his dribbling, I just would not put that as a good matchup. I think Chelsea need to have Esteval back for this game. And I think at least with Neto, even though maybe people don't like him on the left-hand side, at least with Neto, you're going to do the due diligence. He's going to get back, he's going to track his man, and he's not going to leave us exposed. And then we can, at least go 11v11, knowing that off the ball we're going to be able to compete. So for me, after the weekend's performance, he can't start this game.
No, and I think what Matisse just said about Neto, he is very good. He understands his defensive responsibilities and he will chase, he will help out Cucurella. Esteval on the other side, if he plays, will do exactly the same thing on Reece. They work hard, they recognise their responsibilities without the ball.
Yeah, for sure. Of course, Arsenal fans were silenced by Manchester United.
Yeah.
You've mentioned the importance of Chelsea getting the first goal.
Yeah.
How convinced are you that we can go into that and score?
No doubt we can go and get the first goal in the game.
Yeah.
But I mean, no doubt that they are very capable of taking the game away from us. They're a horrible team to play against, incredibly well organised, very disciplined. They get bodies back. They work so hard. Without the ball, they are the best side without the ball. And I saw Man City play at the weekend without the ball, nowhere near the levels Arsenal. And he's got that side of it right. It's almost like they love defending. They love getting themselves back. They're so good and they flood back in numbers. And they you would see sometimes, they will literally run in a straight line towards their goal until the goal side. That's what they'll do, and they do it so well. They're a big unit. But we are, if on our day, capable of getting that first goal in the game. And like I said, if it's 0 at half-time, I'll take that. We're in the tie, stay in the tie. And, get the first goal, who knows?
Yeah. Well, the away end will be buzzing, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
We've, of course, got Wolves away as well, coming up in the Premier League. Do you think it's naive to rest a few players if we go strong against Arsenal, Matisse?
I think these players, apart from the ones we're managing, which is Fofana, mostly, I think Reece has definitely had 3 games in a week before, definitely 2. I think the rest of them can play. The rest of them should relish the game now. They are in a nice run of form. We've had 6 wins in the last 7. Play on that adrenaline, play on that kind of that winning mentality that you're kind of fostering now. And then the whole City game, you should be able to rotate and go and change and rotate after that. But Wolves Premier League is really tight. That top 4 race, top 5 race, between ourselves, Liverpool, Manchester United, obviously Villa just lost. Maybe they can get dragged back into it. I fully expect them to get dragged back into it, to be honest. That is going to be a real fight between those teams, and you don't want to not take full advantage of this period of fixtures that we have with the Leeds, with the Wolves, because when you look at the fixtures towards the end of the season, it's going to get really difficult again, which I'm looking forward to. Yeah. But I want to look forward to that period with maximum points in this period, with maybe a buffer if we can, or at least make sure that we're in a good position. We're not chasing.
I think he can go strong in both.
Yeah.
I think he should. I think he should play his strongest team against Arsenal and something close to it against Wolves, because then he's got that time to rotate against Hull, and there's that nice window that we were talking about earlier that he doesn't have to go and play that Champions League game that Newcastle have to do. So go strong in both.
Yeah. So looking at that top 4 race, that's the aim, right?
Top 4, top 5. It looks almost inevitable again that England are going to get those 5 places because of how well we've done in European competitions.
And also, we could do with a statement win. I think in the Premier League, why not go and really put out... I mean, it's difficult to make a statement against Wolves, but go out and win comfortably and convincingly. Go and show...
Clean sheet would be nice.
Yeah, go and get a clean sheet. Go and win the game first half, second half. Consistency throughout the game. Good performances. Get goals, get confidence that you can take for the rest of the season. Don't make this game a game that we're talking about, we got the 3 points, but the performance wasn't that good. And we're still questioning this team as to whether they can go on a run of consistency and really shore up the Champions League spot in the league. Make this a game where we don't really have to have that discussion, because it shouldn't be a discussion after that game.
Yeah. Crystal Palace away, first 15, 20 minutes up until the goal, a bit iffy. And then when they went down to 10 men, that last 10 minutes, I felt that we let the game slip a little bit. So we are still a little bit fragile at times, a bit too fragile for my liking.
Mm. Well, let's give Liam Rossina his flowers, though.
Yeah.
Because he is the 4th English manager to win his first 3 Premier League games. Yep. And then obviously Carrick did as well. Less than 24 hours later.
But
let's just celebrate Liam Rossina for now. Do you think that achievement's gone under the radar a little bit?
Possibly. I mean, it's how many English managers do get chances in the Premier League now. I mean, one of them, Sam Allardyce, I seem to, and Craig Shakespeare.
Yeah.
At Leicester. Yeah. I mean, that's. I mean, you would have thought that there'd be an English manager. Mark Hughes would have done it at some stage. You would have thought Steve Bruce would have done it at some stage. But anyway, well done him. Yeah. Well done. It's a tough job, this Chelsea manager.
Yeah.
As a lot of managers have found out.